First. On the inside, we've got Money Line showing up prominently, and also Elvis Returns. Come to the first now, and these two share the early, which is a surprise, because normally Comply or Die is up there. He is on the outside, and Eric's Charm gets into this, and Bannister Lane out wide. And close up behind these, we've got another Rum in a prominent position. Gritty Palace can front run, he's out wide. At this stage, Newbay prop is well anchored in the sharing third or fourth last, but it's going to be Eric's Charm that leads them as they come into the home run for the first time towards fence number 2. This is a ditch. Eric's Charm from Bannister Lane. Gritty Palace out wide. A.K.A. Jake is with Comply or Die. Just a length back to Elvis Returns. Money Line in a rail position. Chabrimal Minister was third in the race last year, holds a good position and jumped that one particularly well. Then Royal Rosa. The Risky Viking just taken off his feet a little bit on this livelier ground today. And also at the back is Negus to Beaumont, but a long way to go. Eric's Charm brushed through the top of that, but got away with it and shares it with Bannister Lane as they come down towards fence number 5. It'll be 15 and then 25. So Eric's Charm, Bannister Lane, Money Lane, Comply or Die, Elvis Returns, Chabrimal Minister, Killone, Gritty Palace, A.K.A. Jake. Through on the inside, the grey is Rimsky, holds a position with Undeniable, the Outlier, Royal Rosa. Then wide of these goes another Rum. A length behind these comes Dublin Hunter. And the last three are Newbay prop, Negus to Beaumont, and the Risky Viking as they make their way towards the far side for the first time in fence number 6. The Risky Viking owned by Gale Force 2, very appropriate today. Down the hill then and into the teeth of this Gale and going to jump fence number 6. It's Bannister Lane on the inside. The horse wearing the cheek pieces. 2 Eric's Charm sitting 1 and 2, and then Elvis Returns in a prominent position. Comply or Die, A.K.A. Jake, and then Gritty Palace, followed through then by Dublin Hunter, who's wide. Chabrimal Minister on the inside. These are followed by Undeniable and Killone on the inside of runners with Rimsky and Royal Rosa. Negus to Beaumont towards the back. So too is Newbay prop in the green and red colours. A horse with a noseband just jumps that fence in third from the end, and the Risky Viking just behind it. So they swing the corner and head towards fence number 8. Eric's Charm, Bannister Lane, Comply or Die, Elvis Returns, the front 4. A.K.A. Jake, and then out wide is Gritty Palace as they make the turn towards this backstretch run where they have 4 to jump. The first one, a plain fence. The Outlier is in a midfield sit with Royal Rosa, and out wide of runners is another run. Fence number 9 confronts them now, and it's an open ditch. And it's Eric's Charm who's regained the advantage to Bannister Lane, Comply or Die. Elvis Returns a Money Line, a prominent position to Hogarth's Racing, Killone, out wide Gritty Palace, A.K.A. Jake, and then Dublin Hunter behind runners as they close in on fence number 10. Dominic Ellsworth on Eric's Charm leads them a merry dance. Also was second in the Betfred with the advantage here in this, the Totesport Eider. 2 Bannister Lane in second, Comply or Die. On the outside in the Dave Johnson blue and green there, Money Line, and then in a prominent role is Elvis Returns, A.K.A. Jake and Gritty Palace. Another Rum, Dublin Hunter just starts to pick up, Chabrimal Minister, and then behind these we've got Rimsky. Then comes the Outlier as they pop over the next with another Rum. Newbay prop still towards the rear, and so too is the Risky Viking, but still got a long way to go. In fact, they're about halfway in the race now. So they turn into the home straight and towards fence number 12. At the back of the pack is another Rum. So they start the turn in, and it's going to be Bannister Lane with the edge here to, in second place, Eric's Charm, then Comply or Die. Then comes Elvis Returns in the blue and orange, Money Line the inside. Behind these, A.K.A. Jake. After that one, Undeniable, with on the inside of runners Killone, Royal Rosa and Rimsky and the Outlier, and after these comes the Risky Viking just starting to pick up a bit of ground. Gritty Palace, having been up there early on, starts to lose a bit of touch. Negus to Beaumont is about 20 lengths off the pace, but they've still got a lap to go, and so Newbay prop is being taken out of the race at this stage. Jumped it well though and moves well, still 2 miles in which to manoeuvre. So they come towards fence number 15, another circuit. Bannister Lane with the advantage here, the inside, but Eric's Charm jumped it better and the lead. So the order is Eric's Charm, Elvis Returns, Bannister Lane, Comply or Die, Chabrimal Minister, then Killone, a.k.a. Jake, Dublin Hunter, Undeniable Money Line, Gritty Palace, Negus to Beaumont, Newbay Prop, the Risky Viking, and then Rimsky, followed through by Royal Rosa, another Rum and the Outlier. Effectively quite closely grouped for a competitive handicap. They won over £1 million between them in win and place prize money. Just a reminder there for the Outlier on this lively ground today. So they race away and down towards fence number 16. And still Eric's Charm shows away. But what a packing field, can you name it? They're coming towards the 16th of the 25. On the inside, Elvis Returns. Chabrimal Minister comes into this. Comply or Die still with every chance. He's made good ground on Negus de Beaumont, Tom Draper. The white and red on the wide outside of runners. A.k.a. Jake is just with him, though, and so too King Killone. We lost one out the back. And that was Money Line. Horse and Jockey appear to be okay. Fence number 17 now. Eric's Charm still with the lead. To Elvis Returns and King Killone Blinker for the first time. Was woken up in cheek pieces the other day. Runs well. Look at Chabrimal Minister on the inside making good ground. Comply or Die. A.k.a. Jake. Dublin Hunter gets into this. Undeniable. The Risky Viking makes ground. Travelling as well as any is Newbay Prop. Pulled wide for the backstretch run. Reminders for another run. Having been up there, Bannister Lane starts to drop away. Here we are, fence number 18. Eric's Charm still with a narrow lead to Elvis Returns. They're 1 and 2. A mistake there by Newbay Prop. Good recovery. A.k.a. Jake makes ground. So too Dublin Hunter. In behind runners. Plenty of chances. That was a ditch where we lost Chabrimal Minister. Just slightly impeded the grey Rimsky, but not that much. The Risky Viking still makes ground. Royal Rosa being ridden along. And so, as they take the next, is going to be King Killone that's come, the blinkered runner, the jockey wearing the white sleeve jacket, Phil Kinsler. On the inside, Elvis Returns. What a great run by that three-time winner. Out wide, the class in the race, Comply or Die. They're across the track. Here comes Newbay Prop, the red and green colours, just slotted into that. Got away with it, though. Grey Rimsky starts to stay on behind runners, a.k.a. Jake, then to the Risky Viking. Continuing the run down towards fence number 21. And it's Elvis Returns on the inside with the advantage here to King Killone in second place. Then comes Comply or Die, followed by Rimsky. Newbay Proper seems to have done his running, staying on Royal Rosa. So too from the back is the Risky Viking. Won a 4-mile race at Exeter, so we know he stays. But this Elvis Returns, Fergus King, what a bold bit of front running with the advantage here. Comply or Die, they're starting to wilt in behind. It's Elvis Returns who puts the pressure on here. 4 out a ditch to Comply or Die. The top weight's running a terrific race. Remember, he was favourite for the Sun Alliance at Cheltenham. Come down towards the third from the finish. It's Comply or Die on the outside of Elvis Returns. The grey Rimsky getting into this in third. Followed through by, in fourth place, Newbay Prop. On the inside, it's switched to the inside now. Comply or Die. Timmy Murphy comes to press Elvis Return. Top weight and the bottom weight, a mistake there by Elvis Returns. And it's Comply or Die into a willing lead. Class performance here. It's Comply or Die to Elvis Returns and Rimsky. This is the 25th and final fence, and it's Comply or Die. What a terrific lead as they race inside the final furlong now. It's Comply or Die winning his 7th race. Takes the Totesport Eider for Dave Johnson and David Pipe, and Comply or Die under Timmy Murphy. A comprehensive winner. Brave run by Elvis Returns in second. Rimsky gets third. It's going to be a very tight call for fourth place. Newbay Prop is just holding on. Just fourth, the Royal Rosa, and then came home the Risky Viking.
What an outstanding weight-carrying performance by Comply or Die, the 11-to-1 winner of the Totesport Eider. Superb ride by Timmy Murphy, brilliantly trained by David Pipe, 11 stone 12. And what a handsome compliment this is paid to Cloudy Lane, one of the favourites of the Grand National, who beat him comfortably, and that is a real pointer to him. But today